What is an unrestricted free agent, UFA, in NFL free agency? Imagine a seasoned player who has spent years in the league, now suddenly free to choose their next team without any strings attached. That's what an unrestricted free agent is in the NFL. These players have completed at least 4 seasons in the league, and their contracts have either naturally expired or been terminated. Once that happens, they are no longer tied to their previous team and can sign with any team they want. No restrictions, no compensation owed, and no team has special rights over them anymore. This makes UFAs some of the most sought-after players during the offseason because they can instantly change the landscape of a team or a fantasy roster. From a fantasy football point of view, UFAs are especially interesting because they might land in new situations that boost their value. For example, a wide receiver who moves to a team with a strong quarterback or a high-powered offense could become a fantasy star. Conversely, if a player joins a team with a crowded depth chart or a less effective offense, their fantasy outlook might suffer. So, keeping an eye on where UFAs sign is key for fantasy managers trying to predict breakout players or avoid potential busts. To be a UFA, a player must have at least 4 accrued NFL seasons, which means they have played in enough games to count towards their free agency eligibility. Their previous contract must be over, either because it ran out or was terminated. Once they hit this status, they are free to negotiate with any team. The old team cannot match offers or receive any draft pick compensation for losing the player. Sometimes teams will use franchise tags or transition tags to keep key players from becoming UFAs, but once those tags expire, the player is fully free. Veteran players often become UFAs because they have proven their value over the years. If they land in a good situation, they can be very valuable in fantasy leagues. For example, a veteran running back who joins a team with a strong offensive line might see a surge in carries and yards. Or a wide receiver who signs with a team that has a new quarterback could become a primary target. So, in the offseason, tracking UFAs is a smart move for fantasy players who want to anticipate shifts in player roles and potential breakout opportunities. In summary, an unrestricted free agent is a veteran player who is fully free to sign with any team. This status opens up many possibilities for their future and can significantly impact team rosters and fantasy football strategies alike. Watching these signings closely can help you stay ahead of the game and make smarter decisions when rebuilding or adjusting your fantasy team.